Hilarious. Okay, yeah, we'll test that. Alright, boys, we're in. No. Is there no camera? Oh yeah, the camera speed there. Okay. So here we go. Fuck, this is so cool. So this is Lothric. It used to be called a Lodolith. This area is in one of the promo images, which is actually quite a bit different now, which is kind of cool. But the game looks pretty incredible, I have to say. Everything that we've seen so far just looks really, really cool. It definitely has a kind of Bloodborne-esque I don't want to say look to it, but yeah, it kind of has that same graphics as Bloodborne does. So these are Embers, and Embers are the new humanity system. So right now, this character is in what you would call like hollow form, or like the equivalent. But it's not like a character looks any different. It just, he's just in like normal human form. So when you use an Ember, it's like using a humanity. And your character basically becomes a Lord of Cinder. And you get this really fucking cool Ember effect. And this signifies that you're now eligible for multiplayer. So, we can use our dried finger and see if we get some invasions. So some of the new changes to the game are... I guess weapons now have what's called weapon arts, which is basically a secondary stance for using attacks or things like that nature. And weapon arts use mana, which is also pretty new. Only small shields are actually able to parry, and you can actually see the little icon that signifies that. Parries are pretty much exactly the same as Dark Souls, Demon Souls. There we go. But yeah, so the way it looks is there's no more hollow form. Like, your character doesn't look like a zombie or anything like this. One of the other really cool things from the demo that we noticed was this little like ash effect off of the dragon. It looks like it's like dissolving away into the air. Really, really, really cool. Wait and get a good shot at it. In terms of control, really similar to Dark Souls 1. You can start rolls and basically attack in omnidirectional way as soon as you land. You don't have to delay or anything like that, which is nice. Oh, running R2s now do a jump attack. It's kind of interesting. The kick also, oh shit. The kick also is back, but it's kind of slow. It's not the same kick as like Dark Souls 1. It will also guard break if you hit an enemy that's blocking. Enemy AI is actually really good. Everything that we've seen in the network test kind of signifies that. But backstabs are not instant either, which there's a lot of speculation of. There's a very slight, I don't want to call it a wind-up, because your character like locks into position right away, but damage doesn't come out instantly. And there's a period of time in which you can actually whiff the attack. So you'll probably see it in some PvP later on. But yeah, the character will actually just not complete the backstab. Sometimes it even, you lock into the backstab animation and then it changes into a regular attack animation. Really, really cool. So hopefully we'll have a chance to kind of show you guys that afterwards. But, yeah. The dragon, the area, it's all pretty cool. Now, one of the really neat things about this area is it's definitely Dark Souls 1-esque in the sense that this whole area is very vertical. It kind of wraps in and around itself. I want you guys to remember this little area right here where there's the door there, there's the ladder there, and then there's this big rooftop, because we're going to go there in just a minute. There's a really neat enemy up top there. Gold pine resin is actually really cool as well. Can I backstab fish people? Yeah, I can do that, Mothra. No problem. These, oh god, I forget exactly what they're called. But everybody's calling them Vadi stones. They're like little lore tidbits that you can find. Grave of a nameless retainer. Raise the sword for the Lord of Cinder. Oh, one of the other things that they explicitly mentioned in the E3 demo, when we got to talk to Miyazaki directly, is that it's not the Lord of Cinder, as in Gwyn. It's kind of just a general, there are many Lords of Cinders type thing, right? Alright, so if you guard break, you can follow up riposte, which is really cool. And that means if you basically break your opponent's guard with a kick, if you keep attacking them and their stamina depletes and they guard break, all of that stuff will result in a repostable state. You know what I mean? So I get some backstabs in this guy. One of the things that I noticed when playing at PAX, and we'll see if it's still the case here, is that the Greatsword has a kind of really strange hitbox. It felt a lot shorter than it looked. So, I don't know, we'll have to see if that maintains. So something like that should have been a backstab in Dark Souls 1, but the angles at which backstabs will actually happen are way more specific in this game, which is pretty nice. So everybody is kind of freaking out about, oh my god, instant backstabs again. Number one, they're not quite instant, and number two, they're really hard to pull off, in PvP at least. Now, one of the other neat things is how fast weapon buffs come out. This only lasts like 5 seconds now. You get a couple attacks with it, but you literally, oh shit. Oh shit. They literally come out like almost instantly. It's nuts. So it's going to be kind of neat to see how that changes how they're used. you test if you can parry, buff, and then riposte? Yeah. Yeah, I can. I'll do it after we hit the bonfire that's up here. Just because I don't want to die. It's really stupid. But yeah, that's definitely something we can test. So, I'll go over here, and then I'll grab the bonfire, and then I'll test that. Alright. Try. Yep. Well, that's a thing. That's pretty amusing, actually. So one of the things I was trying to do really quickly is the longsword weapon art, when you do this different stance thing. It makes it so your character moves really slow while you're in the stance, but attacks made while you're in the stance will guard break. So you can land an attack with the longsword in this stance, right? That attack will land, guard break the opponent, and then you wait a second, you walk up, you get their parry. So longswords are going to be stupid strong, I think. They're going to be really, really, really good. I like, there's a bunch of other neat effects to some of the other weapon arts and some of the other weapon buffs, but I really, really like the longsword one. The thing that the greatsword does, which is kind of cool, is you have this lunge that has a lot of hyper armor. And then the follow-up swing will golf swing enemies. So you have to follow up attack. Like the lunge basically just does an ability. So you can kind of use it as like a parry, where you avoid taking damage, you avoid staggering, and then you get to just shit on whoever you're attacking with it afterwards. It's really, really cool. So, like I said, the whole change to the attacking system with weapon arts is actually really neat. So I'm really excited to see how different weapons feel or change with different weapon arts. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Weapon arts take mana, like I said earlier. There's now an Ash Estus, which is an Estus specifically for your mana bar. Kind of cool. Oh, I actually got throwing knives off of him. It's kind of neat. There we go. Oh, apparently there are... Hold on, I just want to test a couple move sets. So this is the regular R1, or sorry, R2. The running R2 is now a jump attack. So also backstep R2 is a jump attack, obviously. Apparently there's roll R2s. So I guess... Oh, maybe it's not a different attack, it's just a different animation. It's the same attack. It just, it has a bit of a delay and it's a different animation. So the animations actually meld together really, really well. They just kind of change how it works a little bit. That's cool. So what about jump attack into second R2? Yeah, so it's the same. It's the same attack. It's just the animation's a little bit different, which is cool. Yeah, the animation's combo. The weapon itself, or the attack itself, is still the same. Neat. Okay, so right away, the, oh, fuck. Right away, the greatsword feels a little bit better than it did at, at PAX. Because, like, those attacks would have been missing. And it felt really weird, because the weapon felt way shorter than it looked. So I think they tweaked that a little bit. Nice. So, remember how I was asking you guys to kind of look at where we were? There's the dragon corpse. There's the little window that we were standing. And this is that one roof with all the enemies I was talking about. Now, it's a little hard to see, but this dude right above my head, he's gonna go nutso. So watch this guy right above my head. Watch this. He gets up, and that happens. I have no idea what this is. They didn't really explain it at the E3 demo or anything like this. All I know is it's fucking nuts. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna summon anybody wicked sick. Not yet. Oh, fuck. Oh shit. Now, you can run up. You can run up and kill the enemy before he transforms. I confirmed that in one of the other demos. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. What is that, Delta? I don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna have to like type that whole thing out again. Also, for people who are watching this on YouTube, because I am gonna upload this to YouTube later. If you hear me talking to like random people, it's because this is being recorded on Twitch. It's a live stream, so don't mind that. But yeah, this is the fuck. Use the Divine Blessing. Yes, I'll use that in a moment. The Divine Blessing is it's not instant. It's really slow, actually. It's a slow recovery. The actually, fuck it. We'll use it after we fight this knight over here. I think that is more what's it called? Presence, but I'll have to double check afterwards. There should be a knight coming. Yeah. Alright. So, you use it, and it doesn't recover. I mean, it recovers pretty fast, but it's not instant like it used to be. So... oh my god, I'm so bad. 1 second. The only kind of shitty thing about this still is fishing for backstabs is still pretty easy to do. Did he fall? Did he fall? That's kind of hilarious. But yeah, you can actually circle strafe them fairly easily. You just have to be a little bit more specific in how you do the circle strafes, because they have a couple new attacks that will try to make it harder. There's like a shield bash and other different things that'll make it so that they'll catch you if you just try to sit there. One of the other things that I'm pretty confident of is that every time you pick up a firebomb, or most times you pick up a firebomb, that is kind of like the default placeholder item. So, for instance, if like I'm supposed to pick up some crazy key or something really important later in the live version of the game, if it's in here as an item placement, it's probably going to be a firebomb, not an actual, like, useful thing. Which is kind of shitty, but... Yeah. God damn it. Doggy, please. There you go. I just want the dog dead. Dog is so annoying. Dogs in this game are pretty rough. They're always annoying in FromSoft games, but this one especially, I've found them to just be like horrific. So firebombs there. Maybe that's like an upgrade material in the live version. No idea. Can you swing one way and then change direction? Yeah, so I can actually start to swing. It's not entirely 180 actually with this, but I can start to swing facing forward and pretty much do a 180. So it's not like Dark Souls 2 in that regard. You can also roll and then immediately attack mostly right behind you. Actually, that's interesting, because the greatsword doesn't quite allow for that. Let's go with the longsword. Yeah, the longsword lets you go 180 no problem. So I can start the swing, then immediately swap. Now, dual wielding in this game is probably going to be different. So if you look at this weapon, these are the Legion scimitars. The actual icon is 2 weapons, because there's no two-handed mode for this. You don't hold the weapon with 2 hands. You hold 2 versions of the weapon. So this is what the L1 button does. It's kind of like the dual wield attack. Pressing R1 still has your regular one-handed attacks. R2, very, very typical scimitar / falchion attack. Full series. I'll show you guys the weapon art if I can grab just one of these. Oops. So the weapon art is a spin. And you can use the... oh shit. You can use the R2 to combo with it, which is kind of cool. The scimitars actually don't use much... oh, whoops. They don't use much mana at all to do their weapon arts. Kind of nice. Here, doggy doggy. So this cell key is for a hidden boss. Yeah, it's not really a boss, it's like a mini boss. But we'll go fight that guy really shortly, actually. Another little stone. To honor in shadowy retreats, fear the sun's temptation, and the winged. And the winged executioner is the guy who's out here. Try roll backstab on this guy. See, like I was basically right behind him, right? And it just doesn't come out as a backstab. It's really specific now. So, yeah, like I said, people freaking out about it. Ragdolls, are they back? Does that answer your question, Dusty? They're not quite as clingy as they used to be, but they're definitely back in some fashion. Nice. Okay, this is the Winged Executioner. He is kind of scary. I may die. Hopefully not, but... That usually doesn't happen until he's got way less health. Oh, yeah. There should be a elevator shortcut. I don't remember where exactly it is. Oh, yeah, it's up here. So we're gonna go do the mini boss first, who's actually in this area. Oh, not quite. But we're gonna do that before we do the main boss, which is just in the next little area. It's a big cathedral door. It's a rainbow smelter in this game. I hope not. Oh, look at this ember effect. I love it so much. Look how cool this shit looks. I really like it. Throwing knives are insanely good. I'll show you on the boss. Oh my god. But you can actually like throw them in succession. It's really neat. Anything about poise in this game and how it works? I don't think there is poise. At least not in this ammo that we have here. Poise is not a thing. There's like a hyper armor system. But yeah, definitely no poise. So some people are gonna like that, some people aren't. Personally, not sure how I feel. One of the things that I like is I like how Demon Souls dealt with poise and hyper armor. But if you got staggered, there was an out. There was an option to deal with that, which was Oh shit. There was an option to deal with that, which was toggle escapes. Kind of glitchy. Some people didn't like them. It's fine. But at least they gave you an option to deal with stun locks. They're not a thing in this game. There's no more toggle escapes. So I don't know how they're going to deal with stun locks in a system where poise does not exist. So it might actually make heavy weapons that have hyper armor, like, just really, really strong. I also can't. Oh shit. I forgot about doing the other boss. We're gonna go back up. Sorry. Let's go to... What we'll do is we'll just kind of speed run to the area that we've got to get to. And then we'll get the mini boss dead, go do the main boss, and then we'll do some PvP. Oh, actually, let's go up. I'll show you the dragon. Oh, yeah, there's charge attacks are back, a la Bloodborne. Kind of cool. That's so much damage. So normally I actually don't like heavy weapons in some of the other games. I like them in Demon Souls, not so much in Dark Souls 1 or 2. But in this game, I really, really, really like the Greatsword. And the Greatsword is like the Ultra Greatsword equivalent. So this is like the Zweihander or... Damn, you must have joined Twitch really early. Yeah, it's been a few years. I suppose that's one way to kill that guy. Oh, he's talking about the guy called Ryan. I gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, my name is Ryan as well. So the launch is not the sword art. So the sword art itself is the lunge. This little lunge is the sword art. And this lunge has a hyper armor to it, so it'll avoid getting staggered. And from that, you can follow up with either a normal R1 swing or the R2. The R2, after the lunge, is what does the golf swing. So you go lunge, R2, and then it golf swings. But yeah, it's not the art itself that does that. It's the follow-up. Actually, let's kill this. Oh, here's another thing that's kind of cool. You can sprint while locked on. Kind of interesting, I suppose. I will show you the hyper armor right there. So I was getting hit, but didn't stagger mid-animation, right? So right there, there's a hyper armor system in place like that. Obviously, there's hyper armor, but it's not a poise system. So. Oh, ladder climbing is like Dark Souls 2, I guess. Pressing circle just pops me off. To hold circle and down, you slide down the ladder. Pretty standard stuff. This is the door that opens up with the key. If we go down this way, it basically goes to a dead end. I can explore there if you want, but it really doesn't. Nothing important there. We're gonna go check out the Frost Knight. So the Frost Knight has a new status effect. It's called Frostbite. I'll try to get afflicted by it while we're down here. You guys can see what it does. But basically, it's like Dark Souls 2 Bleed, where you have a huge stamina regen penalty. I'm trying to stay nearby. There we go. So look at my stamina. Look at the regen on my stamina. It's like doesn't exist. So Frostbite is kind of nuts. It's a short duration effect, but it's really strong. Nice. Okay. So, I don't know. I think that's actually going to be kind of strong, kind of interesting for PvP. We'll have to see. But yeah, so this is just normal, like, hollow form, I suppose, but there's no change in your character. It's just normal. And then if you use the Ember, you become a Lord of Cinder. And you gain some maximum health. 40% additional health. Kind of neat. Oh shit. I hope like frost or cold or something of that nature is like an upgrade path. I can make frost weapons like this, and that'll be like what my character uses. Oh, I guess there's no backstab. Oh, why the fuck did he kick? Fuck off. Yes, this is Dark Souls 3 Rusticated. Alright, we're gonna do this a little more safely. Sword and shield. Apparently you can't backstab them. Kind of interesting. What we're gonna do... this. Get a big boost to damage early, and then switch to the sword. Or the long sword, I should say. Typical Souls fashion, seems like you can get behind their ass and just be okay. So if you want to be cheap and beat people that way, I suppose you can do that. This always worked ridiculously well in Souls games. It's kind of nuts. But yeah, so that's Frostbite. It's kind of like a mini boss, which is pretty cool. And now we're gonna go kill the main boss. Yeah, shields are gonna be really strong. Ow. I don't know if I ever saw a knight there. Hold on. Maybe I didn't aggro me. What is this? Oh shit. Oh, this is new. Alright, so we're gonna go... we're gonna kill the main boss, and then we're gonna start doing some PvP. Very excited. Yeah, you can't hop into the menu to change anything like that, Shane. So the best I can say is, I don't know. When you pick up a weapon in this game, it just auto-equips into one of your weapon slots. So I don't know how that's gonna work. What a throw. Wasn't as good. Whoops. So that's what I mean by some of the counter backstab measures. If you're just circling, they have a couple extra attacks. Shield bash is kind of cool. But if you're patient, it's still real easy to do. I wonder, like, you get out of bounds here. That'll be the next thing. Just get out of bounds and start exploring some of the other areas. But maybe I'll do that another day. Oh, whoops. One of the things that I didn't mention is that these normal shields like this, so even the small kind of heater type shield, doesn't have a parry. There's no parry animation for you. What L2 does, which is normally the parry button, for a shield like this, it just auto puts you into the weapon art. So without having to two-hand first, I can immediately go to weapon art, and attack, guard break, and then riposte, which is really cool. Like I said, I think the longsword might be one of my favorite weapons that I've seen as far as how it integrates its weapon art with the regular abilities and regular attacks. Because you can just hop in and do that swing, like, instantly kind of thing. Can someone explain weapon arts? Yeah, sure. While you're two-handed, if you press L1, you block, like in every other Souls game, and L2 would also block. So, as opposed to having a second button that does nothing, they've basically turned it into a new ability or something that augments your other movesets. So specifically for the longsword, you go into this, it's called the ready stance, and your character moves a little bit slow, but now it's got a different series of attacks. So I press R1, I've got this cool little like uppercut attack, and if I press R2, actually we'll do it. If I press R2, it's this really cool charge. Different weapons have different weapon arts. So this has a lunge, and then you can follow the lunge with an R2 that does an uppercut attack. And the scimitars have a spin, and the spin can follow up with an extra little attack there. Pretty cool stuff. So normally you can only use weapon arts while your weapon is two-handed, right? But certain shields, like the heater shield, you actually see the little icon in the bottom right-hand corner of the shield icon that signifies you do a weapon art right away. Pressing L2 doesn't parry anymore. It brings you right into the weapon art. Only small shields will parry with the L2. So with this weapon, I can, or with this shield, I can parry. But if I want to do a weapon art, now I have to get into two-handed stance first. Whereas with this, I can just immediately, from the shield, go to the weapon art. Can you 180-degree golf swing? That's a good question. Yes. Oh, maybe not. Yes. Yes, you can. Can you parry barehanded? No idea, because we can't select one hand yet. Because there's no menus to equip or unequip weapons, unfortunately. Worried? No. No, not at all. We've been talking to some Bamco people and we're fine. Talking to some Twitch people and we're also fine, so. Not a concern. I love this boss. So cool. Oh, fuck. Whoops. Shit. There we go. Fuck, 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 fuck! Don't you dare. Oh, don't you dare. GG! That's really cool.